Hey y'all, happy smooth Sunday. It's been a minute since I have gone live. Um, yeah, it's been a minute. But oh, look y'all. Y'all like my hair? Y'all know I love big hair. And then what I have to say is relevant to my hair. Yeah, it is. But I love it. Aisha did it. And Razorbacks. I can't think of the name of the hair place. I have to look. But yeah, I love it because I love big hair. And I got the hair from, I got the hair from, what is it, Supreme? Supreme Beauty right there on Colonel Glen. And it was Italian curl or something. But anyway, it's my model. And I love it. I got a big head. So, I got a real big head. So, it's six bags of hair. Because I like it full and I like wearing ponytails and putting it up in a bun. But anyway, I just wanted to speak on that because Aisha did it. Hey, Cindy. I miss you. I miss talking to you. And I really like it. It's not heavy. It's soft. And I got gifted my lashes the other day. I want to really say, first of all, before I start talking about what I want to talk about, that I have really just keep receiving blessings and blessings. And I am so moved because, as people know, I am unemployed and have been unemployed since January 14th. I have not worked since January 14th of this year. So I am very, very, very grateful for all of the blessings that I have received. I have not been going live because even though I was laughing and making posts, I was in a very, very dark place. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but just let it go. Let it go. And this is coming from the queen of Get Back, the queen of I'm gonna get the last lick. Oh, it's never over. I've gone through a lot of emotions. Each day is kind of different because I dedicated my life, 23 years of my life to the state. And a lot of people don't know my background, don't really know me. They just know me on Facebook. But I did what I was supposed to do, when I came home. And everything that they told me to do, to be a successful, productive citizen, I did that, and people that know me know I did that. I came home, I went to school, I got my degree, I kept my nose clean and all of that. And I used to always complain because when I was out here hustling and just doing things, hitting licks and scamming, I was never broke. I never had any problems or anything like that financially. And I'm like, damn, I'm doing it the right way. The money is slow, but I don't have to worry about any time the police get behind me that they running my tags, trying to see if I got warrants or something like that, So it is what it is. So it has taken me some months. I've been fasting. I've been just really, I had to get, and y'all know I'm not really a religious person. I was raised Baptist and then eventually got baptized as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. And so I know the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. I know exactly what it says and all of that. But when you're similar to my background, was used to hustling, running the streets and all that. And when you turn around and really do something, which my son helped me grow up, I was like, okay, shit, I'm pregnant. So now I got to take care of another life. And so he inspired me to finish school and get my degree. And I did that. I worked with the school, did all that, and graduated with honors. Who would have thought? This little hood girl, I did that. And so when I tell you, it has really been hard not to react to someone, because let me just put it in perspective for you. Not just becoming unemployed didn't affect just my financial situation. I had insurance, all of that, life insurance, additional, dismember, all this stuff. So me ending up, because of standing up to a toxic person, and bringing that to the forefront, it affected my life tremendously. So when I tell you I was in a dark place, I was in a dark place. Most people see me and they be like, oh, she's so cute. She got her little dimples and all that. But you don't, honey, you just don't understand that there is something in me, and I pray that away from me. I'm not afraid of prison at all. That don't scare me at all. And so when you're dealing with a person that's like me, that's not afraid of, the only reason I have not acted on the darkness is because our Heavenly Father has been dealing with me, and I could not be incredibly selfish and just act out, because I still have my son to think of and my babies, my fur babies. They're not going to understand where mommy is, and they ain't going to let my baby see me in prison. I don't care to be a part of recidivism with Miss Saira. I'm not going to help you fill up these prisons, sister. I ain't going to do that. And it's hard. It was hard. It's still hard, but it's less, I guess, in the forefront. For people that may be going through the same thing I was going through, if you're in the state of Arkansas, I don't mean to be ugly. I don't mean to be like, drop it or anything like that just because it didn't work for me. I will share with you the attorneys. I got the emails and everything. No one wants to be averse to the state. And at first I was so distraught. I cried. Because it's just as plain as day to me. I mean, I got it in black and white. I got recordings, actual audio recordings from this woman. I have pictures, emails, Teams chats, all of that. And they still don't, they was like, oh, okay. And, because they're not going to, oops, sorry, y'all. Something was crawling on me, a spider or something. But, then I just really, I was baffled. And people that know me, that have actually seen all the documentation I have for the last 3 years that I have worked, where I work, I'm not going to even say their names or anything, because I already gave them their 5 minutes of fun. And plus, I know that my page is still being monitored by them, which is cute. Hey, y'all, how you doing? So, but anyway, even though this is an at-will state, if they are, I guess, breaking certain laws under the federal guideline, then you may have a case. But if it's in that gray area like was for me, for my case, because I didn't get fired, okay? A lot of people thought, no, I didn't get fired. I did not. What happened was I left on FMLA. I accepted another position, but I can't prove that they worked together, but I know that they did. Come on, anybody that worked with the state, you've been at the state longer than 10 plus years, you just about know everybody, especially if you're in technology or dealing with a call center. You're going to work with everybody across the counties. Okay? So let's just stop that. But I couldn't prove that, they had called and talked to these people and told them to drop my salary by $28,000, and then ultimately to just call me 4 days before I was supposed to start and tell me that they didn't have the budget for the position. Now, they can't rescind the offer because they do it all the time, especially where I used to work. They had these people quitting their jobs all the time, relocating and all of that, and then turn around and rescind the offer. It is awful. Awful. I work for some horrible people. They were the most horrible at my last place of employment. You could melt me and pour me back. I don't care if they offer me 200 and some thousand, whatever. You couldn't offer me enough to work for people like that. Let me tell y'all, I haven't missed a beat. Yeah, these bills is whooping that ass. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. They is. But shit, they was whooping ass when I was working. I wake up, I don't have that stress. My skin is beautiful. My blood pressure is down. Let it go. Them people are not gonna change. They're gonna do whatever it is they want to do. They're gonna support whoever supports their agenda. Just think about it. And this is how I had to talk to myself, because I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. It's nothing to me to fight. And so, hey, Nita, girl, and I appreciate you, baby, for blessing me. You just don't know how much that meant to me. Because I know everybody out here it's hard. It's just really hard right now. You know what I'm saying? And for someone to take from their budget to give to me, to assist me and my family, that meant the world to me, Anita. Because it's like we have lost our humanity. Everybody's sitting so damn high. Just don't forget, you don't have to be old to be incapacitated. You ain't got to be in an accident or something like that. You never know. The way things are happening, the way people are losing their loved ones and stuff, this experience has really shaken me, and like, hey, when you don't have nothing but faith to depend on, honey, you will see how strong you really are. I've had people that I've dealt with for years that I haven't heard from them. I guess they're scared, thinking I'm going to ask them for money. No, I'm not. People have been blessing me. So I have a friend that I know she's just like me. She's trying to make it. But this girl calls and she prays with me. She calls and she encourages me, Miss Gaines, Miss Kamika. I have, and it's really hard. Let me tell you something. It's really heartbreaking, because when I'm friends with somebody, if I F with you, I F with you the long way. So even if it's on business, I'm going to make sure that I bring extra. I'm going to make sure that I bring some partying favors. If that's your thing, that's just how I am. If I F with you, I F with you. It's no... And I've had to understand that people are not like they were back in the day. People will smile and laugh all up in your face. And I have this thing where I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I can't do that anymore. And it's sad. But this experience has taught me that I have to be more intentional. And when people really believe, because time is so precious, we can't modify it, we can't change it, we can't stop it, we can't do anything. I know, and that's what I said. I heard, Cookie, I heard somebody else tell me that, and I said that I was gonna look into that, but I just been so focused on trying to gain, don't nobody want to hire me. That is so funny. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny as fuck, because I have over 20 years of experience and I have a degree. And I can't even be nobody receptionist. Hello, welcome to bullshit ass job. This is Fleeta. How can I help you? I can't do that. So I'm just like, oh my God, it's just a mess. So I have some things in the works, but I'm not gonna speak on it just yet. What I'm trying to do is to secure some type of funding outside of my, thank the Lord for having a decent caseworker, so that I could at least get my unemployment benefits. And she was on it. I mean, she was on it. And I'm so thankful for that, child, because these bills is like, I'm going to tell y'all, I feel like Martin looked up when he fought Martin Hagler on Martin. That's how these bills been tagging my ass. But by the grace of God, we've been able to keep everything going. And and definitely haven't missed a meal. My fat ass was just in there making some cookies. But don't let these people get the best of you. You know, and just know that if you're, I had to look at it this way to keep from being incarcerated. It's easier to get rid of the person that is opposed to the toxic culture, or that's opposed to the people, the horrible bosses and all of that. Because if they get rid of the toxic person, then they're going to have to discuss the culture. Nobody wants to discuss that the culture is fucked up. Don't nobody want to discuss that. And so, and then plus, who gonna do the work? Because the boss that is supporting the toxic boss is not gonna do the work. So, if they keep that horrible person there, they're gonna do all the work that they need to do, that this other delegator ain't doing. And then they're gonna just move you on out the way, because everybody else is going to go along with it because they don't want to miss that money. But see, I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say that I don't miss the pay. I do. But I don't miss the job at all. It had gotten to the point where I was, like I said, I was getting sick, and I hated to go to that damn place. I hated it. So I don't miss that at all. And this is really this process. I am enjoying the process because God has been dealing with me. And I'm a control freak. And if anybody's a control freak, it is hard to let go and let God. People say they're like, oh, girl, just let go and let God. No, I'm not that I don't believe in God. Of course I do. Of course I do. Because if I didn't, it'll be a headline running all the time trying to keep over me talking about CNN. Just look what this girl done did. If I didn't believe in God, everybody would know about what was going on here in Arkansas. Trust. But it's a process. It really is. And I've asked him, and he knows. And I'm just like, look, Lord, I'm in my Saul Paul transformation now. You know what I want to do, and you know what I need to do. Please, I'm going to need you to beat me. You got to beat me and leave me as a slave, because what I want to do and what you want me to do ain't even parallel at this point. We ain't, Lord, I understand that you say vengeance is mine. You need to do this. This is what you need to be doing, little girl. And I was about to be just like Jonah, swallowed up in the belly of the whale. Because on one side of me, it was like, girl, we don't play that. You done came home and did exactly what them folks told your ass to do. You ain't been in no trouble. You got your degree. You came home. Hell, I pay taxes. I came home and did exactly what I was supposed to do. And then now this happened. And then my whole world is just supposed to be changed because of this. And I'm supposed to just sit back and be like, what? Sing some hymns. Just read the Bible. And be okay. And go on to something. Now I'm going to do that. I want to get my lick back. Yeah, I'm going to get my lick back. And I do know that I have a case. I've been told, Cookie for real, I have been told by an attorney. I ain't going to say his name, but I see him monitoring my page because his wife is an attorney for my last place of employment. So I know that my page is being monitored. They think and if I did have an attorney working on this case, do you think I'm going to tell y'all? Because I know my page is being monitored. I wouldn't tell you. You'll know when you get the whatever they send out. So now. And it's just amazing how things work. Okay, back to my hair. So Anybody that see Stacy Lewis Tanaka ass was supposed to be doing my hair with her punk ass. And so Aisha had done my hair before. Like, and it's true because she had done my hair 4 years ago when I started working for this place, right? And so Donna was like, "You remember Aisha? She'll do your hair." Yeah. And she was like, "Well, she moved. She's not where she used to be." And I'm like, "Well, I could still." Cause she was like, "No, what you need to do is go, call her." And I was like, "Okay." So I tried to get Aisha to remember me because she only had did my hair that once. When I first started working at my last place of working for the state. And so when I came in, I just noticed, the music that she was playing, it just felt different, like in her space. And so my mouth, I be cursing and stuff like that. And we was talking, and as we started talking, and I was just listening to music and just listening to her voice and stuff. I start trying to, I guess involuntarily, I started watching cursing, watching what I was saying and stuff. And we were saying some things, but I don't know what led me or what we were talking about. But then she was like, "So how are you now? How are you doing now?" And I was like, What you say? And she was like, "So how are things for you now? How are you doing now?" I said, "Well, why would you ask me that?" And she was like, I don't know. It just popped in my head. I'm asking you, how are you doing now?" Aisha gave me a whole witness. Do you hear me? She read my life since January, the stuff that I've been going through. I haven't seen or talked or spoken to this lady in 4 years. In 4 years. The last time I seen Miss Aisha was in 2022 when she did my braids right before I started. So it would have been either the end of June or the beginning of July that she did my braids in 2022. And she read to me everything that I had been going through. And it just blew me away. It blew me away. And she challenged me to do the assignment that I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm going to take her up on that challenge. No, I'm not saying that I'm all religious, and I ain't say sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost by no means, none of that. But it's some things that I can change, that I need to change about myself. And this has given me an opportunity to really calm down and not to be so reactive. So I know that I'm not the only one that's going through this, because when I first came out with Toxic Boss and that, I got a lot of people in my inbox, a lot of people reaching out telling me, don't let it make you to the point where you're stressed out, where you're willing to risk your freedom or anything like that. I get it. I swear I get it, child, because I promise to you, I was headed down that way. I was going to either be in the women's unit, if they got women that's still in Tucker, or where they at in Newport, Blytheville, wherever. I was definitely going to be in one of those nice state-funded facilities. Because, like I said, I do believe in getting my lick back. I am the queen of get back. But I've never been so... For me to be going through the things that I'm going through and facing, I'm really calm. And I know that the bills and everything are here and I have to pay them and all that, but I'm not stressing about that. I'm just not. I'm not stressing about that. I'm very excited about the way my life is going. I do feel like I felt like I had to keep up with the status quo, that I had to make X amount of money to be deemed successful, like I had to prove something. Because people are, oh, she ain't gonna be shit, she this, she that. Yes, I have. Cookie, absolutely. And, people have always talked about me, how I wasn't gonna do shit, I this, that, and the other. But I did. I actually did. And I'm proud of my damn self for getting through this without being locked up. People that know me understand what I'm saying. This was and still is a test, but you know what? And another thing that Aisha told me, she was like, you keep trying to battle like you're battling against flesh, because y'all know I whoop some ass. But this is not a physical battle. This is a spiritual battle. And I know that, from reading the Bible and stuff. And she's like, these people are being run by demons and stuff like that, by spirits. They choose to do this and all that. And I'm like, well, shit, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care. But I get it, though. Because if you say that you this person and you that person, you got to actually do the work, to be that person. It takes you getting up off your ass and walking the talk, actually, if that's what you claiming that you are. And so that has helped me to not be angry anymore. The people that played a part, that lied, that blatantly lied on me, I forgive them. I do. I don't wish harm on them anymore. I don't want to do anything to them anymore, because what I've realized is that life is already whooping their ass. Because to be a horrible person like that and to have to live your life the way that they're living their lives, when you're just miserable, and I know they're miserable because they shared it with me. I know, I got proof, that they're miserable. So life is already whooping their ass. So what do I need to physically whoop their ass and do something to them, and then it's only going to affect me and my babies? I couldn't make that make sense. I am selfish. Let's be clear. I can be selfish, but I could never be that selfish that I would just to act out and get my lick back and to be instantly gratified. We love instant gratification. And I've learned a lot of things about myself, and I'm growing. I'm even at 54, that's right, I'm still growing, and I'm glad that I am growing for the better. And and I need that. I really need this for the next portion of the next venture that I'm pursuing. I'm going to need to be able to stay cool and keep a level head, because we all have different opinions, and I can't get mad and beat up the whole world because of how they feel, or because I might think they're trash or whatever. I think that if people would just take for a second and just think that we're all out here trying to make it. It is just really, really hard right now, in this economy. It's only going to get worse. Everything is like critical right now. Everything's so expensive. Medicines, everything is just extremely just expensive. And so it would just be nice if we could all give each other some sort of grace. Just, you never know what somebody going through. And I tell my son that, I'm like, boy, you on your leave, little things, leave in enough time to get to work, so you don't have to be, acting like no food going to work. Then you want to cuss somebody else because you feel like they're making you late for work. But if you left and gave yourself enough time, you have to worry about that, because you never know what people are going through. And you're messing around and catch that heat from them. You don't know, somebody could have just got fired from their job. They could have just lost somebody. They could have just, life is life around here. So we need to learn how to be intentional with whatever we're doing. I need to get better at being a better friend and checking on all my strong friends, because who checks on your strong friends? You know, who checks on them? To all of the people that's out here struggling, that's going from, they keep going. Keep going. If nobody ain't telling you, you're doing it. You're doing it because we all got choices to make. We could all be out here selling drugs, doing, you know, acting a fool, but we not. You know, life is very hard. You know, I've been on this earth for almost, a little over 5 decades, and I ain't never seen it this rough. It's rough right now. So just stay inspired. Stay around people that inspire you, that don't always drain your energy, that's never happy. You know, they're always upset. They always in mess. They always, you know everybody else's business and stuff like that. Don't pour that. I can't pour that into, I can't tell you what to do. I can just tell me what to do. And I can't pour that type of shit in my system anymore. I just can't. I don't want that. You know, I just don't. So I don't have beef with anyone. If you don't see them rolling with me, it's just because maybe our time is up. You know, maybe that was a season for us. And now the season has passed on. Like I said, there's no beef. But this has taught me the people that really, really F with me. And I love y'all so much. You know, I've gotten donations for people that I haven't even seen in years, like you, Anita. I mean, really. And people that call and check on me, that just drop stuff in my inbox for encouragement and stuff. It has not been a week that has gone by that I haven't received some sort of encouragement. You know, maybe from my text or from Facebook DM or whatever. I really do appreciate y'all. And the people that are truly praying for me, you know, earnestly praying for me, I appreciate that. Because your girl was gone. I'm telling you. I was... yes. It was real dark. It was real dark. And I just did not want to get on here and promote that. Because that's not how I want to be. And I understand, and I even said it to some of my friends and stuff. I understand why people go postal. I do. Because things are hard. And then you mess with somebody's livelihood and then you laugh about it. And y'all think it's funny. It's like, yeah, that's why we got ID channel and, you know, Snapped. Stop messing with people. Put yourself in the situation. No. Let me pull the, what was it? What, Matthew McConaughey? Yeah, picture is that it's your child. The way you treat somebody at work. What if it was your child being treated like that? Your child being set up for failure. Your child being lied on. Yeah, that don't sound good, does it? So, anywho, I just wanted to pop in. I'm finna go eat some cookies. And, yeah. I've come a long way, y'all. I have. And, as soon as I wrap up some stuff, then I can't wait to share my coming up venture. It's going to be really, really something. And I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be walking in my purpose, not trying to see how much money I can make for whoever and stuff. I'm really simple. I don't need all that. I could be the little boho girl out somewhere on a piece of land, walking around barefoot with my animals, really. Smoking the best herb I could smoke, edibles, and just having me some wine, some lemonade, some Arnold Palmer's without the alcohol, just lemonade and tea. You know, I'm real simple. I don't need all that. And this has really taught me that all the things I thought I needed, you know, that I needed to make all this money for, I don't need that. I don't. I mean, I don't. My hair wasn't, and it wasn't but $80. It wasn't but $80, y'all. It's so pretty. I love it. The way she braided it back, I can style it any type of way. It's made it easier for me to oil my scalp, and all the $80 for crochet. $80, yes, and it's just I love it. But my little nails and my lashes, that's it. That's all I do. Because I could shop at a consignment shop. And y'all, Walmart got some really cute stuff. So I don't need all that. And this has really shown me what's important. What's really important. And I'm glad that my spirit has been nourished and has been, I feel replenished, you know, and I'm not stressed out about what's going on at a job that don't give a damn about me. Not at all. So y'all, whoever needs to hear it, just keep going. It's hard. And it ain't gonna be easy. I'm gonna tell you it ain't gonna be easy. Hold on, baby. Because it wasn't easy for, come on, Nico, outside, come on. Because it wasn't easy for me. And it's still not. But I wanted to share with everyone that I love y'all, okay? And I'm trying to do right. And I'm trying to set a really good example for my son. I don't want him to grow up and think that we finna be like the DC sniper. And that you could just do whatever you want to do to people when they make you mad. Because that don't make me better than nobody else did, would it? But, y'all, hang in there. Because one thing about God, he knows what we need. He knows that this is like the most critical time. Like I said in the Bible, we are living in critical times hard to deal with. And we are. This is it. And so we all have our own personal relationship with God. And I do too. Or wherever your deity, whoever it is, Allah, Mary, whoever you pray to. This is the time to strengthen up your relationship with them. Because it's only going to get worse. And people, if they are in fact being controlled by spirits, I know we are fighting against spirits, but I think some people are just innately nasty like that. And what I'm going to start doing is tell them, instead of cursing about this stuff, I'm going to start saying, I see you, demon, and I rebuke you and all your foolishness in the name of Jesus. Because they say if you say that, then they'll flee from you, right? So that's what I'm going to start doing. Y'all not finna have me aging in dog years and having my stomach with the bubble guts. Because it'll take me but 0.2 seconds to go from 0 to life in prison. So we going to keep it cute. Keep it healthy. And I know I'm not for everybody. And that's cool. And everybody's certainly not for me. Not at all. But for the people that I am for, I'm for you too, baby. And I'm praying that we all make it. Now, I'm praying that we gonna make it because we is gonna make it. Because failure is not an option. It's gonna be okay. This ain't the first time you done took an ass whooping. I know it ain't the first time I done took an ass whooping. You know, without the struggle. Without the test, we wouldn't have a testimony. So I got a good testimony. And I ain't done. You ain't done. We ain't done. So y'all keep loving on each other. And thank y'all truly, truly, truly. Because, honey, this has definitely been a ride. But I'm on this thing. And I'm doing much better than I have in the last 4 months. I feel lighter. Not talking about LBs because I'm sure I'm heavier. But I feel lighter. I want to spend the rest of my life loving on people. Especially with all the stuff that's going on. I want to be more intentional on my village. The people that are for me. The people that I can help. The people that we can get together and discuss things. Things that we resonate with one another. And we want everybody to make it. Want everybody to be healthy. And, because it's... I don't understand why people acting like we didn't grow up, like, the community, how we used to be. It's crazy that we don't. It's like we didn't live that life. Yes, we did. We used to be so communal. We did. I just want to get back to that. I keep telling my friends, like, girl, we go buy some land and build a whole bunch of little tiny houses on the land and be like a little community like we used to be. You know, have some little raised gardens and all of that. Why we don't do that? I don't understand. But anyway, I love y'all. I really do. And yeah. I'm gonna start back having posts, encouraging posts. I don't have nothing negative to say about nobody. Especially, only thing I can't stand is all the bullshit that's going on in the world. At some point, we're going to have to understand that we're greater together than apart. And once we learn that, we're going to be so bomb. And I ain't just talking about us as black. I'm talking about us, period. Humanity, period. Whatever shade you are. Okay? All right. Y'all get ready for the work week. I love y'all. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.